Did you record that from my
Yeah, yeah. That's why I got the thing in. How else would I have got it?
I wasn't thinking. I keep forgetting to send it to you.
My brother Shane, I had to do a quick screen record, man. But welcome back, man. Clean through 1-on-1. Myself, Danger Mouse, Shane Gooner in the building. Absolute legend. Smash the likes, everyone. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Shane's name is in the description. It's pinned. It's also in the title. We are back, baby. How are you doing today, Shane?
All good, man. All good. Still furious about that final, but I'm trying to switch my mentality onto the Irish. Irish for tomorrow night. We will be on my channel. And if we get through, when we get through, Tuesday night, Views' channel for the final, get to the World Cup. This is what it's all about. Look, hopefully we can Ireland can push aside what's happened with Arsenal, but we'll get into all of that, man. We'll get into all
absolutely, man. Absolutely. Big up all you legends in the chat. Like I said, make sure you're liking, subscribing, doing all the good YouTube stuff. Vigilante, 7 months a member. My bro, big up to you, man. Really appreciate that. And all of the viewers, we done Dark Side earlier, so go and check that out under the lens. And of course, big up Shane for the raid. Let me just have a quick look and see who's in the building. Gavin, big up. Quaj is in the house. Big up to you. Vigilante's here, of course. My bro. Hope you are well. There's Vigilante's channels. Make sure that we're doing all the good stuff. You know how we do it. Big up to you. Jez is in the house. Afternoon View, Shane, and all the legends in the chat. Big up to Jezza. Make sure that you are subscribing to Jezza. Mods, you know what to do. Let's get his link in the chat. Afternoon. Juju's in the house. Big up to you, my friend. Again, Dappin's going round. Let me see if I've missed anyone. Bav the Ripper's in the building. Guna SE, are you feeling okay in that rants? I recently watched your match. Hey, bro. Anger, bro. Anger. It's more anger now, but I am trying my hardest to not even think about it. Do you know what I mean? But we will get into it. Big up to you. Jez again. Gavin. Jamboy's in the house. Big up to you, my friend. Helsinki. Big up to you. I just want to make sure I've not missed everyone. Dre's in the building. Hope you're having a good evening. Andy Kershaw. All of the legends. Keep smashing the like and, of course, subscribe to my partner in crime. We might as well talk about the match, man. A little bit of hang up. Do you know what I mean? A little bit of hang up. How you feeling now? A few days on, bro? Talk me through it.
Still furious, if I'm being honest with you. There's only so long, I suppose, angry, because there's only so long you can be furious. But the more I see the excuses, the more what Ian Wright said drove me fucking round the bend, man. People just need to. Oh, it was. I don't know why these Arsenal fans are crying about a Carabao Cup. It's all about the league, and this is a guy that, you know, was jumping around the place when he won the league. That's all I said. Give me your medal then. Give me your medal. If the League Cup means something, give me your medal. No, just give me your medal from 93. I want to start a petition.
I can't believe you said
have
that.
This guy to sell his medal for charity. He should sell his medal for charity. If the League Cup means nothing, like he said on the pitch, while Tony Adams was standing in the vicinity of him somewhere, he was in the stadium somewhere because he'd been on the pitch earlier. His captain from that cup double, and he said that the League Cup doesn't matter. Why are Arsenal fans crying about it? The main concentration is the league. Keown said about the same thing. And it just brings it back up again because, as DJB said, he said, yeah, well, I did see people crying. I saw kids crying, 10-year-olds crying at the stadium. And how dare you? You know, but this is the problem with these. And it's the same with they've all come out now. Canton said, oh, well, the Wolves draw, I felt worse after that. That was a bigger game. And now about 6 of them have said the same thing. Walrus Loyal, all these guys have said it word for word. It doesn't matter. Of course, you had Zippy come out with the whole, you know, we'll learn from it. If you want to take a positive, now we can study how City played and beat them at the Etihad. And it, like, this idea that nobody has looked at the footage that's going around that we all noticed, by the way, during the match and said it in the match reaction of City's bank of 4 forwards that just didn't bother pressing the keeper. So we just popped it from side to side, couldn't think of anything else, and just gave them the ball. And that was in the second half. So that was happening in the first half. And this manager saw it. We saw it. We called it. We were shouting at the screen, "Don't you down?" And he still couldn't figure it out. Still couldn't figure it out. You know, so like to answer your question, I'm still angry because the more I think about it and the more I think about it getting dismissed, it brings back that anger again because we know how important that cup final is. And I'll finish on this. I told you and I told anyone that would listen, I said, if we lose that final, Views, You wait and see how you'll feel about the league the next day. It won't seem as certain. And that's how everybody's felt like waking up. You go, oh God, maybe this league isn't as nailed on as I thought it was. So yeah, I'm not happy, and I'm definitely not happy with the way it's being dismissed.
I can't believe he said that. I mean, I've just tried to honestly, Shane, I've tried to just not look at anything. I've just tried to not look at anything, not do too much YouTube other than when we have to work. And I honestly haven't seen it, but I did know he said something stupid because X was. I saw a few. What's Ian talking?
It's there if you want to pull it up word for word.
Yeah. Let's just do that. Actually, Jesus, the fucking state of it, man. How dare he, bro? I can't. Anyway, I was surprised seeing Arsenal fans upset about losing the Carabao Cup. Really, you're chasing the Premier League and you're here crying over a League Cup. Everyone knows the main target is the league, even the Champions League. Why waste time dwelling on this? Just get behind the players, push them, and let them fight to the end to win the league. Simple. That is absolutely disgusting from someone like Ian Wright. Do you know what? Just reading that, bruv, I'm remembering the clip that you play when he's there in the dressing room. We can beat all. Like, how dare? I'm flabbergasted. I'm absolutely flabbergasted that he said that. Disgusting. People have to separate the legends for the club and these fucking plank cult member, PR merchant, freaking part of the cabal. Like, they're so different when it comes to punditry. And I even saw a little clip from Martin Keown and is his name Jim, you know, the guy on TalkSport,
Jim White or whatever his name is.
White. And even Jim saying, you're not even letting the Arsenal fan took, because he's trying to play down the Carabao Cup. Now, would they have been doing that if we won, Shane?
Oh no! It'd be the most important. This is the start of a dynasty. This is how dynasties start. They'd be referring to Mourinho, first trophy he won, to Pep, first trophy they'd be referring to Arteta as a genius.
Right.
Of course they would. And in the lead up to it, they all were. All of the Top Gunner channels. And then remember I was talking to you 2 days before they started to taper off a bit and say, well, because they knew there was a good chance we weren't going to win it. So they started to just soften the blow a little bit.
Yeah.
They just started, why are you going to the match? Why is Ian Wright wearing a suit in the Sky Sports studio if it means fuck all? Why are you there? He would have been hopping around and jumping on tables and all of that stuff if we had won. It's just disgusting, right? And they tell us to hold the same energy. Like, it's just the League Cup. And what they'll do is, I've seen it. There was a big up to Jez. I saw him in the chat. We had a brilliant stream yesterday in his, and I was saying, someone said, I like check out this comment. There was someone giving out about us fake fans. They always do it, right? They always say fake fan. You're a fake fan. It's the go-to one. But what they do is they name off everything that we're in for. So a week ago it was, what's your problem, fake fan? We're in the final of the League Cup and we're in the second round of the Champions League and we're in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup and we're top of the league. Then this one was, they just scrapped it. Watch them. We're in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, but they just leave out the League Cup. And then when we go out of the FA Cup, they'll just take that one off. But what's your problem? We're in the Champions League. And they're all the way until there's nothing left. And then they go, what's your problem? We're competing in the league and we got to the semis. You know what I mean? Like it, and it's the same thing all the time. And what bothers me about it is that one of the main things that I hear all the time, I heard it off Canton when I was on with him, and one of the arguments is, do you want to go back to 2018 when City are mocking us in the League Cup final and they're passing around us and we're losing 3-0 in the League Cup final? This was worse, because that Man City team in 2018, if they played this Man City team, they'd spank them 4 or 5-0, right? They'd spank them, right? And that the Arsenal team that was in that final hadn't had 1.3 billion spent on it. So we still got dog walk. They were doing keep. And if Doku's long shot near the end goes in, then it's the same. But it was the same. We had more chances in 2018. At least we took a few shots in that game.
Wow, that's a great point.
You know what I mean? So in this one, we got absolutely dog walked, and that's why Arteta didn't go all out, by the way, to try and come back, because he thought if we lose 3-0, they'll start comparing it to that. I'll have more questions to answer. This is how his mind works. It's about defending himself. Oh, what if I bring Dowman on? What if he doesn't track back? What if he steals the limelight? Well, this is the way his head works. He's a fucking lunatic. And I'm more embarrassed by that result than by 2018, because 2018, we had a manager who was coming to the end, who wasn't getting back financially, who was having to play Mustafis and the like in defence. Now, he did sign some of these players, but he wasn't. If he was given a 1.3 billion budget, if Wenger had been told in 2019, look, stay for another 5 years, we'll give you 1.3 billion, we'd have won leagues and everything by now. It's a guarantee.
Facts.
right? So that's what bothers me more is
Mm.
that we're meant to be the best team in the world now, and nothing's changed.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we're meant to trust the
They're
process.
so bad. They're so bad. You know, this ain't the same city. That's all I kept hearing. This
Yeah.
ain't the same city. This ain't the same city. But they're doing the same city things.
Yeah.
Dunking on our head top, kick ups. You know, they always looked a lot more put together than we did. We're backing up like a hard drive. Just honestly, it was actually disgusting, bro. I think that was the most embarrassed I've been in a long time to be an Arsenal fan, because we just didn't leave it all out there. You know, and that's how I'm feeling now. It's not even, I think it was just a shock. Like the first thing that we've had, the first final we've had in half a decade, that's what you serve us up. And then we're supposed to just forget about it. And don't worry, we still got the league. I mean, and for Ian Wright.
I'm more embarrassed by that view is by the reaction of these top owners. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah,
That loser mentality.
So embarrassing, man. Loser mentality. That's exactly it. You'll be playing City next season, Hull and Stoke City, that is. So the chat's going at it as usual. Big up everyone. Make sure that you are subscribing to Shane, man, showing him some love. Yeah, man, I'm just feeling a bit of anger more than I was just shocked after that. I just couldn't believe that after all of this, that's what we got served up, like horrible. But let's move on to the next point. You know what I'm saying? It segues nicely after that. We're out of a competition, so all of you quad merchants can do one. FA Cup or Champ, Shane? What do you reckon?
There's always a chance. Of course, there's a chance. FA Cup, we're in the quarterfinals. We have a championship team. We should be beating them. I don't think we'll win it. I think I've said this I said at the start of the season, I haven't changed my mind with the domestic cups and the Champions League. As soon as we come up against a proper hard team, we'll go out, right? And we haven't faced anyone. Chelsea are in turmoil, they're terrible. And we nearly bottled it against them, to be fair.
Yes.
And then City, the proper team that can play a bit of football, we got spanked. So I do think if we meet a City or a Liverpool or a whoever in the semi-finals or the final, I think we go out. And then in the Champions League, if we get Barcelona, will have us they'll rip us to shreds if we get them.
Yeah,
they'll rip us to shreds. And I do think that Atletico would beat us as well over 2 legs. I think it'd be like the PSG thing. I think they'll do us over 2 legs because we're built brilliantly for the league phase when the pressure is not fully on in the Champions League. We're built for that. We definitely are. But over 2 legs with the pressure, with a manager like a Simeone or a Flick or a Pep who will just tweak their tactics a little bit and just bamboozle this guy. Because how many times have I said that to people that if a manager just slightly tweaks their tactics before a big game, he's bamboozled for the whole thing. He can't figure it out. He's lost on the sideline because he's tactically inept. Me and Jez said that before. He's tactically inept, and that's when we got called fake fans, by the way, for saying that he's tactically inept, which he is. But I don't think we'll win either. I still think we're favourites for the league, but I'm not even close to as confident as I was because we do have to, like, my confidence, and I know you said this as well, and a lot of people have, a lot of real fans, or I don't want to say real fans, a lot of realistic fans have said that my confidence is coming from City's form, not Arsenal's form. And that's worrying, right? Because it shouldn't be that way, right? So, but now I'm looking at City, and I just think that we said it, that you, again, hold the same energy. That's what they say. The same energy is, if City win that, it could be a catalyst for them to go on. And if we win it, it could be a catalyst for us to go on. City won it, so we have to live up to what we said. We did say that. Now, and I do see with City being out of the Champions League, they'll have a week gap apart from the FA Cup. So basically a week gap between every league game. And if Pep sits them down and says, right, guys, you're after smacking Arsenal off the park. We can do it. We got mostly a fully fit squad.
Yeah.
The defenders are coming back. You know, it's all looking up. We're out of the Champions League. If you win all 8 games, we'll take a gap between each one a week, win, take a week, train, win the next one, take them 1 game at a time. I promise you, if you win all 8, you'll win the league because Arsenal will slip up somewhere. They'll drop points in 1 or 2 games, counting the one there where they beat us, because they'd have to beat us to win 8 in a row. But if we win all 8, I promise you we'll win the league. Now, that's what I'd be saying if I was him.
Yeah.
Right? So let's take it 1 game at a time. We could end up doing a double or a fucking domestic treble and shove it in everyone's face who wrote us off. Right? So do I think they'll win all 8? No. And I didn't beforehand. But I'm a little less confident that they won't now because of like I said, being out of the Champions League and the fact that they can just take 1 game at a time, and you know, it just feels different after that. It feels different after that game that You know, and I'll finish with this. Nico O'Reilly said it on the pitch. We smell blood in the water. We're coming for them in the league. You know what I mean? So I know people say, yeah, so they're just words. But as a fan, I'd love to fucking hear that from my player.
Yeah,
I would love to hear that.
Just
You
after
know,
winning the trophy.
and he means it. So
Yeah.
do I think they'll catch us? I was about 70% who'll win it. I'm down to about 55 to 60 now. Just from that game alone and the fact that Eze's out, we're going to rush Odegaard back, who's terrible anyway.
Yeah,
and I could see us lining up against Bournemouth with Havertz up front and Odegaard behind him.
We're going to get into the bloody injuries, man. But, yeah. I mean, I just watching that game, you know, like I said, you can't draw a final. Like he's turning up with the same shit he's turning up for in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? Now that's the only competition where that type of haram football would work. Every other competition, when the marbles are on the line, one-off games, two-legged games, we are going to be effed. So, and to be fair, you know, for such a great season that Arsenal's been having, it's Man City to land the first blow and to pick up a trophy. They can now, they're showing pits. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal's getting burnt. Like it's ridiculous. It's embarrassing, and all the people trying to steer away from it, including these old players and that, are just honestly so disgusting. So Ian Wright, that has disgusted me, honestly. Absolutely disgusting me. Big up to Alvin. Anyone would celebrate if you win something. They're lying to themselves for copium. That's exactly what it is. They're always moving the goalpost, then eventually to zero. Yeah, and then what? Then it's going to be, oh, give him another year because we're so close.
Yeah,
I mean, we might as well segue onto that. Surely, Shane, you know, this has to be it. Has to be it this year. Has to, in terms of him going. Because I don't listen. This Haramble, I think, I've as we just discussed, it's not very good for cup games, cup competition, but for the league over 38, because you can maybe not have to beat your rivals. There's still a chance that we might win that. But if he doesn't, I mean, there can't be any more excuses, surely.
No, I think if he bottles this league and doesn't win anything else, I think he'll walk. Wow. I think he'll walk. Never thought that before until recently. I thought he's too arrogant. I thought he's not walking out on 15 million a year.
Yeah.
But the thing with narcissists is they're usually to do with a family, you know, a father that's, you know, the kids didn't turn out. He thought he could, if he decided that his kid was going to end up being a college superstar quarterback, and then he's not, he ends up like in computers or something like that.
Right.
Just walk away and start again. Just walk away, start another family, because you know, it can't be my fault. It's their fault. You know what I mean? So you might, and it's done on their terms. You know, it's the last sort of desperate attempt to keep some power. So I think if he doesn't walk, if he blows this and doesn't walk, then like he needs to be medically examined. No, honestly, he needs to be checked out to see how can someone be that fucking oblivious to their lack of talent and their lack of quality. Because I was saying it this morning, views, and I fully believe that if he blew everything this season, the likes of Christian, aka the Swirl, Igal, all of these guys, right? They'd all still want them in.
Yeah.
They'd all still want them in. They wouldn't want it. They just go, look, he's close enough. It's not about winning anymore with them. It's about keeping him in a job. And would the board, I think they'd get rid of him. I think they'd have to. But if he blows everything from here, he should never work again. You know what I mean? The guy should never work again. And I think if he somehow blew it all from here, you know, I don't want to be right about him. I want the league. We've all said it.
Yeah.
And I agree with DJB that if he wins the league, it's short-term joy for long-term pain, because I think we're in big trouble if he sticks around. Dowman's fucked. Saka's already done. Everybody's talking about Saka now, by the way. We told them fucking a couple of years ago that this guy's ruined them.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, now they're talking about it. And they wait till he signed a big contract, that they celebrated the contract, and now it's all, well, maybe he's ruined. Maybe he's ruined. And they still find it very hard to say why. They still find it very hard to say it's the injuries. Because if they say it's the injuries, then they have to look at the manager. And they don't want to do that. Yes, this manager has obliterated him, and he needs to get held accountable for it. Someone needs to grow a spine in that press conference and go, do you take any responsibility for this? You bragged about playing him. Someone needs to say something to him. Now, he'll just kick them out, and it'll be old. We won't kick them out on the spot. He'll do that behind, because he's a coward. He'll do it behind closed doors.
Yeah.
But this is, I mean, I think he has to go. If he if he blows the lot, he has to go. But you know what? Even if he wins something and stays, I think that regardless, I think he'll leave at the end of his contract. I think he might feel like he's had enough. At some point, he has to, because we're coming up to, if he finishes his contract, we've been looking at him going into his 9th year in charge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know. Will he want to leave while he's still got a weird reputation for being a good manager? Because if he was to not leave and not win anything and then not win anything again, I mean, there's no. They'd still, but you look at the press views, they still say he's great and all. It's weird, man. They talk about him like he's a genius.
And that's why I keep having to ask. Because just like you said, that's how exactly it's going to go. Each competition we come out of, it's going to be that one left until there's nothing left. And then it's going to be, but we're still close. Just like they moved the goalpost last season. They all said if you don't win the league, he's out. But yet here he is, still doing Arteta things. Big up to Paul Nash. Big up to Jambo, all of you legends in the building. Gianni's in the house. Big up to you, my friend. Every time, smash the lights up. Big up to you, man. Wahaha, salute. Night time's in the building. Paul Nash, as I said, all of you legends, keep smashing the like for me. Make sure that you are subscribing to Shane. So yeah, I mean, obviously we spoke about, the FA Cup and so we might as well move on to this. Obviously, it segues into the injuries as well. What kind of lineup do you think that we can even field? Because before the cup final, it was, I think, what was he saying? It was only Moreno that was injured, and everyone's got a chance and all this other crap that he lies about. So realistically, what type of lineup do you feel like we'll be able to field for Southampton?
I think Odegaard will come off the bench because I don't think he'll start them. So I think you'll get like Gyökeres or Jesus up front, maybe.
Well,
now, it depends. Kepa will be in goals. Yeah, he will double down on that.
What we'll do? Sorry, I'll bring up the line builder. Fuck it, just give me one.
No, I think he'll double down on Kepa. Timber, how injured he is, I don't know. I have a feeling Timber might still be out, but he might get rushed back. But I could see him putting like Mascara at right back, because Ben White will probably break down on England duty. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean to laugh, but this is what he's done to them. So I think he'd probably put someone like Mascara at right back. Centre back, he'll probably go with the usual two. Saliba, he's meant to be injured, but he'll probably play him. They'll probably play him.
Yeah.
Calafiori played 2 games for Italy. He won't come back fit. So let's get it right. So I'd say Gabriel. And I'd say Nkapia at left back. Maybe Lewis Skelly. He might go Lewis Skelly at left back, actually.
You're right. Or will he throw him in the midfield this time? Probably not.
No.
Probably not. So that's the back five, which is not far off the first, other than no, not really, actually. Back up. It's only the 2 centre backs.
Yeah.
Into the field, is Declan ever going to get a rest?
No, Declan's playing. Let's get it right. Declan's playing.
Declan's playing. We ain't got nobody else. I'll put him over here. Then we ain't got nobody else. That's why I was really kind of hoping we might do a little something in January, even a loan something, but we didn't. Zubimendi as well.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see it'd be Zubimendi or Norgard, and then Havertz will be the other one, I'd say.
Really. Now, the only thing that I have seen from Mikel, I know you obviously look at the presser more than me. I've been hearing that Odefars might be ready for Southampton. That's why I'm kind of thinking he's going to try. Yeah, and play
I do think he'll come off the bench though. I do think he'll play, but I think he'll edge him in so he has him for Bournemouth at the weekend.
So you think it'll be Kai and them?
So I think Havertz.
Yeah. All right. Wait for that to come up. These fucking pop-up ads. And you know what I mean? So yeah, it's not okay. And then up front, you reckon he'll start? Yeah, that's what I was. I was thinking the same thing. To be fair, it's going to go for Gabriel Jesus, and on the wings,
Saka and Madueke flip of a coin. Saka and Madueke flip of a coin. Probably fucking Saka. No, this guy, but
you know what I'm saying?
No, Madueke. I'll go Madueke.
He's played like the last 3 90s in a row. I don't understand why they think he's turned into Rambo all of a sudden. Like it's crazy. It's especially when
he score for England and show a bit of form, so he'll drop him.
Yeah,
show Eggy bread and then Eggy bread.
Eggy bread will come on. Trossard, who do you reckon?
Martinelli usually for the cups.
Martinelli. Yeah, because Trossard's a starter now, but he's so rubbish, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Trossard, when he starts, he's just, I don't know, man. I was saying that. I said that even for the cup final, why is he? And he got kept on for so long as well. Really annoying. But there's the lineup, guys. That's what Shane reckons we're going to see. I'll leave it up there for a little bit.
Depending on injuries, who's fit. This is
going
of course. This is going from what we know. You know what I mean? Eze for me will be out for the season. I think Eze will be out for the season, and I think he's just, this will be his way. Then he'll either take Havertz off if we're winning, or or Jesus will put Havertz up front, and then he'll put Odegaard in midfield, probably for the second half, and then Odegaard will start against Bournemouth. But my bet is that Odegaard will start against Bournemouth, and that Havertz will be up front. Saka, Trossard, Rice, Zubimendi, the usuals. The usuals, the ones that haven't got over the line. Timber will be flogged straight back in as soon as he can walk. And Calafiori, maybe if Calafiori isn't broken up coming back from international duty, which the odds of that are very slim, then he probably will drop Gabriel or something like that and play him at centre back or at left back instead of Lewis Skelly. But otherwise, it depends. This all depends on Calafiori, how he comes back from international, because I think he does prefer Nketiah now, but there's a blueprint there of how to get at him after that final. He can be got at. We've said it for time. We've been very impressed with what he's done, but we've always said he can be got at. He gets too attracted to the ball. He gets too attracted to the player, and there is ways to get at him. A winger, a same-footed winger that runs at him causes him all sorts of problems. I can take him on the outside.
And like you said, he just follows when you got them infrared lights, he just jumps around like a cat, just following the ball. I do feel like there is a player there, though. I just feel like he's still,
definitely, yeah.
Arteta's still got to do what he's got to do with him, spork him up. But looking at this, I mean, I'd say you're right. I think he's definitely going to play Rice. I would like to see Norgard start in this game. Do you know what I mean? If he's not good enough to play Southampton, I mean, why did we buy him? So for me, it'll probably be the same lineup with Norgard in there. I don't think he's going to give Rice a rest. Obviously we can all put together our own teams that we'd like to see. It's going to be 10 times better than this, but that's Shane, and I kind of agree with that. Other than Norgard, I feel that will.
Who do you think he'd put Norgard in for then?
Zubimendi, yeah. I still think he'll play Rice. I think he'll still play Rice.
Oh, he will.
Yeah, he's flogged. Absolutely flogged, man. But there you go, guys. Brilliant. Thank you for that. Keep the comments coming in. Keep smashing the like, and make sure that you are subbing to my guy Shane. We was talking about these injuries. We might as well go over it quickly. I mean, you've been saying especially that no, don't believe it. There's more to it. The way Eze came off, I thought that was him gone for the final. Now we're hearing that he's out for a month. Now, you said the end of the season. So, you might as well elaborate on that a little bit.
For Eze, yeah, look, when they say 4 to 6 weeks, to me, that's an Arteta timeline. So it probably is 2 months. Now, when I say the end of the season, he'd probably come on for the last 2 games. He'll make a couple of sub appearances. But with Odegaard coming back, I mean, how long he'll stay not broken up, I don't know. But we have to remember that even if Eze was fit, Odegaard would have been shoehorned back in anyway. People think this idea that he's fallen out with him, I don't buy into that. No. People saying, oh, well, that's why he's not in the final and stuff. But he wouldn't have been pulled out of the Norway team, and the Norway manager confirmed the injury. He's just rushed him back so many times. Now, why? Look, I'm not Odegaard's biggest fan, but I don't want anyone to get hurt. No. But he got injured. Then he played the half of the next game. He played on in the game he got injured in. Then he played a half in the next game, and then he was out for 2 months. Why isn't he questioned on this? Why isn't he asked, well, how did he play the next game if he after the injury? Or why did Marino play on with a broken foot against United? Why were these guys training before the final if they're injured?
If they're injured.
Like, he needs to be pushed on it, because this is... You could do it in any other job, you'd be sued to the hilt, man. If you did that in any other job, you'd be sued.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. With Saliba, he is injured, but it wasn't a fresh injury. He's been injured since Anfield. We've seen it. And whenever the pain gets too much, he's taken out for 1 game. So he's not letting him heal. So he is doing permanent damage to this guy, like he did to Ben White, like he's done to Jesus, like he's now done to Odegaard, like he's done to Saka, like he did to Tomiyasu, like he did to Zinchenko. The list goes on. He's destroyed careers. Physically destroyed careers, and nobody questions it. Nobody says, well, You know, they all say it's part of the game and all. Is it? So show me one other manager who has a body count like that. Show me one other manager that has destroyed. Wenger's done it. He did it with Wiltshire and he did it with Fabregas. And even then, Fabregas went on to have a great career, right? He just finished maybe 2 years before he should have.
Yeah.
But Wenger, when asked about it, was nearly crying. He felt like shit. He was left with no choice. This guy has just done it for fun.
Purposely, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's a lunatic.
He's a
right? So
maniac.
When it comes to Eze, I think we'll be lucky to see him by the end. Saliba's been injured since Anfield, so you know that's there. Gabriel, same. He was rushed back twice. I did have Positive Dan on with me on Jezza saying, "Oh, you said Gabriel would pick up another injury." There you go, mate. 2 days later, and as I said on it, he's been injured the whole time anyway. I don't like being right about we don't like being right about this stuff.
Yeah.
And we're wrong sometimes. Of course we are. When I say, oh, so-and-so's injured or so-and-so, I don't know for sure. I'm just going by the way they're playing. Look at Saka trying to track back these days. He can't keep up. That's not a fit player. And that's not, fit is the wrong, because it's not a tiredness thing. He just physically can't do it. So as for the players that are injured, I mean, for me, he's pulled out the wrong ones. Pull Rice out and Zubimendi out, mate. They're the ones dead on their feet.
Yes, nearly 3,000.
There's only so many he can do. If he was to pull out 7 or 8 players, there'd be uproar. So he's had to sort of go, well, these guys have been injured for a while. And you know what? It will take something like someone coming in now to the French team and having a blinder during the friendlies and Saliba losing his place, starting lineup. Or, you know, Gabriel losing it and them turning around and going, you motherfucker, like, this is your fault.
Yeah.
This is your fault. It will take something like that, or right, because Tuchel's very big on fitness. Rice going to the World Cup and Tuchel going, I can't start you. You're dead on your feet. That it will take something like that for someone to stand up to this guy, and say, I'm fucking sick of this, or to do an interview, or to, because it will come out. I've told people it'll probably be 6, 7, 10 years maybe down the line. Autobiographies and all will start coming out, and this guy will be exposed for the fucking lunatic he is.
I hope that he is.
It will definitely. The truth always comes out in the end. It always comes out in the end.
Because I was literally, you just great minds, in it, because I was going to press on the fact that he's going to put it in the hands of someone else. He's going to send them to the national team. They're going to see that they're riddled and then say, oh, well, you know, are you going to keep playing him? Because obviously, as you said before, famously, that they only get so much little time with the players a year. Their job is for them. Do you know what I mean? It's not for them to worry about us, but we're sending them riddled players, like we did with Calafiori last time, by the way, and they sent him back. So I totally agree with what you said. This guy's an absolute maniac. Let me big up BBK for the raid, though. Big him up. Appreciate that, bro. There's his link there as well. Big up to Brian in the house. Wahaha Guna Rican's in the house. Big up the dynamic duo and the chat, my brother. BBK raid, appreciate that. Andrew, Black Queen. Frog in the well, big up my West Ham fans in the building, man. I'm buying a West Ham fan at the top, because I said I would. Even though we cocked the final, I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do. Big up to you. Paul Nash, salute. Bluebird, everyone in the building. RS12, big up, lads. Got a 2-hour drive home from work. 2 real ones. Big up to you, my G. Appreciate that. Make sure that you are liking, subscribing to Shane as well. Mikel's presses. Obviously, you see these a lot more than me. I've tried to not even watch it, because I'm scared that I'm going to break my equipment. Have you seen anything from this guy recently?
Excuses, lies. That's all you get is excuses and lies. He thinks he's slick with we have one more training session, guys. We see tomorrow. He contradicts himself on a regular basis. 1 minute he'll say in the same press conference, we don't get to train. And then later on a different question, he'll say, oh, we'll see with training tomorrow. And again, nobody questions him. Look, the guy's a politician. He's a compulsive lawyer. We've seen it, not just with the little things, with the big things, making up points totals, things like that. They're always the same. We try to have a laugh when we're going through them, because otherwise you'd lose your mind. I can't sit and listen to one. I can't look at his face. Honestly, I can't. And people say, oh, you hate him. Yeah, never said I don't. Never said I don't. So I can't look at his smug face when he's doing the press conference. I can't listen to the awe in the voice of the sycophants asking them questions. So you can tell that they're just infatuated with him. Canton and all these guys, and you can hear the love in their voice. It's the same old bollocks. And when he comes back, he'll get asked 1 or 2 questions about the League Cup final. He'll dismiss it. He'll say, oh, guys, he already did they score with their first shot on target, guys. they dominated us, you sleazy bastard. You know, he acts like no, but he acts like they scored on a counter attack on the 60th minute after we were battering them. We couldn't get over half. Oh, they score with every single time. They score with their first shot on target. So then your keepers are terrible, by the way.
Right.
If your goalkeeper is only having one shot on target a game and he's letting it in, then he's the worst keeper in the world. So you have the worst keeper in the world. You know what I mean? So it's always the same thing. And these guys love it. I mean, this is his press conferences were used as the main reason to keep him in a job from one YouTuber backstage. Oh, I love his press conferences. That's why I want to keep him in. I think he carries himself so well. I mean, look, they're all like that now. I mean, Rosinha's the same, and it's because of him. Now there was managers like him, but he's really holding the torch now for these young managers to go, right, if I wear the right clothes and say the right things and talk absolute bollocks, I'll be considered. My jargon will, and Moneypenny's the same. Moneypenny uses silly fucking words, and people go, "Oh, he must know what he's talking about," because he said half spaces, and he said full court press, and he said, you know, line breaking passes and duels and all of that. But Rosinha's the same, and I love that Kevin Kilbane came out and said, "I played with him a whole." He didn't talk like that. What he's completely changed. He says, I think he swallowed a philosophy book or something. Honestly, Kilbane went through him, and I'll be showing it tomorrow. But that's the playbook, man. You wear tight little pants, you know, a nice cardigan, shirt, talk absolute bollocks, wear the new merch, you know, and use manage, do aging men and respect the ball and all that sort of lemons and light bulbs. And so his press conferences are just that. He comes up with new words. He loves it. You can tell whenever we're doing a press conference, there'll be a word he'll use that he hasn't used yet, and you go, he's going to use that the whole way through, and he does every time. It'll be, you know, beautiful, or it'll be, you know, whatever the case may be. He'll come up with some silly fucking word. The finishers. He keeps going on about his finishers instead of subs. You know, so his press conferences are they're painful, absolutely painful, but they'll never change. He's got and I'll finish on this. Lee said it perfectly. The guy's got the arrogance of Pep with the CV of Big Sam. You know what I mean? And that's spot on.
Big facts. Yep. Rosinha as well. But the joke is, right, even with those guys, you know, the press will press them more than they do Arteta. It's a whole joke. Yeah. Honestly, it's disgusting. Hendo's put that Tudor now finally sacked. I mean, look, I made a video about it. I was trying to hold back on it because I couldn't confirm it anywhere. So let me know if that's now confirmed, Hendo. They were talking about
his old lad died the other day as well.
Yeah, he's old. Do you know what I'm saying? But you know, and which is really, really bad. But at the same time, look, he's got them 1 point since he's been there in the Prem.
Oh, it's horrendous.
If you're Spurs, you have to say, look, we know it's at a bad time, but we've got to do everything to keep us in the Premier League. You know what I'm saying? We're going to lose everything if we go down. So, I mean, your kind of thoughts on that? I mean, what would you have done in that situation, bro?
Yeah, look, someone said it to me yesterday. I think it was Manny said you can't really sack him with his dad. I said, sorry, unfortunately it's a multi-million-dollar business. Sentiment doesn't come into it. It's the same with the Saka contract. I'm sorry, you got paid well. It's not like you were on like an apprentice wage and now you're getting paid for the work you've done. You were still getting 180 grand a week or 200 grand a week or whatever it was. It's not pittance, mate. So you got paid for what you were doing. So this idea of giving him a big contract for what he's done, for sacrificing his body, part of it's on him. You're a man now. You're 24.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to grow up quickly, and you should have been able to say to this manager, no, sorry, I ain't fit to play. You are not playing me. I'm in pain. I won't take another painkiller injection. I won't do it.
Yeah.
You know, so but you will never play again. Yeah, fine. I'll go to the fucking press, you lunatic. You know, because so it's hard to have sympathy for him, really. But it shouldn't be. Compensation shouldn't fucking come into it. This is the problem, because you know you got paid and you should have stood up for yourself, and your teammate should have stood up for you. And unfortunately, you're not the only one. You know, Zinchenko's the same. Reece Nelson. You can go through the list of these players that have been obliterated by this guy.
Obliterated.
So yeah, look, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Saka's finished. Rashford settings as that someone said in the chat.
Yeah. Compensate is that level of sentiment that I don't see at other teams. Do you know what I'm saying? The same for Arteta. You beat one FA Cup in 6 years with a 1 point, as you keep saying, the only checkbook manager to not win. To fail. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And Maresca got sacked for not listening to the fitness team. You know,
Yeah.
there's no comeuppance for this guy whatsoever. But yeah, no, I'm not surprised. And just to put my 2 pence in on it, you know, Tottenham have to think of themselves. If they go down to that Championship,
Oh,
you know,
so
it's over. As you said, you know, you've got 15,000 empty seats every week. You know, like the players are probably all going to want to leave. It's going to be
yeah.
absolute. I don't believe they'll come straight back up. So they have to do whatever it takes. If that means sacking Tudor after his dad's died, unfortunately, there is no room for sentiment when you're dealing with millions and millions and millions of pounds. Do you know what I mean? So don't even say that, Shane, feeling sick all on Arteta. It's not wrong, no, Lynch. Do you know what I'm saying? It really ain't. He's mashing up these players, and at the end of the day, it's in a World Cup year for them not to be playing. Now they could obviously go to the press, like Shane says, or do a Gyökeres and start protesting and that, but they ain't gonna go to the World Cup. You know what I mean? So they're probably feeling as captured as we are. You know, I still wanted to see more from them in the final, but you look at the main reason, it's him, and then when you want to peel back the onion even further, it's them, and that's where I feel like, especially if you don't get sacked, everyone's attention needs to kind of go to. I can't big up to Lynch, big up to Ozzy in the building, big up to AJ. Bear in mind, Bournemouth would have had 3 weeks off before Arsenal play them. Yeah, I mean, that was one of them. We might as well go into that now. Bournemouth prediction. That is our next Premier League game, if I'm not mistaken. I know we got Southampton April 7th. So what do you reckon's going to happen at Bournemouth, man? Are we at home? I don't even know.
We're at home, and it's the early kickoff on the Saturday. So I think we play on the Wednesday in the cup, and then we play early kickoff on the Saturday. So he will probably have to make a few changes. Yeah, Vincenzo, you're right. Mourinho ain't going to the World Cup because of him, and that's his last chance at the World Cup, because he'll be 30 odd by the time the next one comes around. So Arteta's obliterated that, but it made him play on with a broken foot. But Bournemouth have 13 games, I think, unbeaten now in the league. Or maybe in all competitions, but it's 13 unbeaten anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of draws, but that's, I mean, a draw for us is devastating, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we could go 12 points clear of City before they play, which again will look great, but it's still the same thing, really, if they win their games.
Right.
But do you know what? Bournemouth are always tough. They're always tough, and they always give us a game. Do I think we'll win? I don't know. I'm not very confident, but I'm not confident at all going into games this season. So if we're going to start bottling it, which I think there is a good chance we will, it could be Bournemouth, it could be Newcastle, but it won't be easy. It won't be easy. Right. Sitting here now, I'll give it a 2-1 Arsenal, but I kind of like the final. I think deep down, I really do feel that we'll probably draw. Just the way I feel at the moment, but I'll give us a 2-1 as I sit here now. But a lot will depend on the FA Cup game and who's fit and things like that. But yeah, I'm not overly confident at all.
Yeah. No, I feel exactly the same, bro. I feel exactly the same. You know, we know that he's kind of tunnel vision in terms of, you know, he likes the appearance of things. Like last season, you know, trying to get the second place in the league, even though there's no way we're going to win it. So yeah, I believe he'll try and have his strongest team out. But as you just said, is who is going to be available. Like, that's the main thing I'm worried about. Are they going to be, you know, in optimal condition to try and go on and win us the game? I think Man City's next Premier League game's Chelsea. But then here we are again, you know, hoping that other teams do our business for us. It's totally embarrassing. Big up to Brian, just talking about Chelsea, the realest Chelsea fan. Leaving the stream now. Thanks again, you guys and chat, for taking my mind off my mum entering hospital this afternoon. Take care, man. Sorry to hear that, bro. And Godspeed and the best of luck. And we wish her to get well soon, man, whatever the issue is. Thank you for supporting the channel. Definitely a real one, always over here. Big up to Brian, man. Appreciate that, my bro. True, if we end up winning nothing, he's getting that P45 served on the Community Shield. I mean, that's how I'd love to see that, but it's really going to put the pressures on the Cronkies now. Big up to Mick. I don't know if we've seen you here before. Big up, gents. Hyped up for tomorrow evening. Come on, the boys, man. Parrot's been doing amazing in the era of Adesi. What was I going to talk about next? I think, where's the Island banner? I didn't save it. It was going to be Island tomorrow. That was the banner that it's not saved. Yeah, man. Like I said, Parrot's been doing amazing in the era of Adesi. I mean, you've been watching anything, or you've been keeping your eye out for any news, injuries, things like that?
Yeah, there's been a few injuries, but the squad's looking better than I thought. It's looking better than I thought. But look, with Ireland, it's when we're on it, when we're playing like we did against Hungary, you could have any player out there and they'd end up growing into giants. If Ireland are on it, we can take it to them. I do think that it'll be tough. It's very easy to look at the Czech Republic and just your mind flick back to the mid-90s when they were just a phenomenal side. They're not that team anymore. They're still handy. They're technical, like a lot of these sort of Eastern European sides are very technical, good on the ball. But I think if we try and swamp them with like we did against Portugal and Hungary, go back to the Jack Charlton, put them under pressure, just play the ball into the channels, pile on top of them, put them under pressure, win the ball back quickly, swamp them. We get a few set pieces here and there. I think we could beat them. I really do. I'd have us as slight favourites just for that alone. But I'd imagine the bookies have them as favourites. But if you're looking at spirit and stuff like that, I think we could do it. But look, we could just go lose 4-0 as well. It's Ireland. So, you know what I mean? It's one of them. But I'm looking forward to it. Am I
looking forward to it, man. Please, because the Arsenal, and you said to me, off camera, like, but this could be like the worst week ever. Do you know what I mean? And it really could, man. But we're hoping and praying that it's not, man. And the boys, that's the one thing I can rely on, though, is I believe that we'll get fight. I don't think they're going to turn up and give us a performance like we've just seen from Arsenal.
No.
I can tell you that for sure. I've started a couple. I'm just going to read mix. They've now said they're aiming for treble. Is that Man City? I mean, they're
Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans will switch.
Arsenal fans, right. But I was going to say, if that was Man City, I'm going to say, yeah. Well, why not? Why not have belief? They're the ones who's picked up trophies first in our great season, So, but yeah, big up Mick for that. Obviously, I wanted to make sure I come across that. An unknown fig saw a report saying that Berta has no power over Arteta. A bit concerning. What do you reckon of that, Shane?
Well, there's rumours that he's leaving at the end of the season. Whether they're true or not, I don't know. There's rumours that Bayern, City, and Monaco are looking at him. We did sort of. I do think it's rumours, and I wouldn't be too keen to believe it. But like we said with when Mertesacker left, I said, well, he's leaving because he's handing this guy all these youngsters and he's obliterating them, and his CV's getting destroyed by Arteta. Bert is the same with his signings. You know what I mean? He's the same. He's probably thinking, I can't work with this fucking lunatic. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be surprised if he did leave. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I did bring it up on the Bruised Banana, and most people said, no, it's just rumours. I do think it's rumours, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he left. But having no power over him, I never thought he did have maximum power over him. I do think that he's a go-between, though. I do think if he went to the Cronkies and said, this guy is not what you thought he was, they would definitely have a closer look at it. I do think he'd hold a lot of sway, but as for like the power to sack him, I wouldn't have thought so. But I think he definitely, if they take what he says on board quite seriously, I'd imagine. But look, it all comes down to what happens this season. If he doesn't win, even the Cronkies will have to sack him. I mean, they'll have to. But I wouldn't be sitting here. I wouldn't be surprised to be sitting here a year from now or 6 months from now after winning nothing and going into the new season going, he's still in charge. I can't believe he's still in charge. I wouldn't be.
Right.
I'd be surprised, but I wouldn't be going, I can't believe this, because it's just one of those fucking things. It's Arsenal. Any other club, I'd expect.
And that's when I'm saying all the people like Cronky, I'm saying, look, I understand. I don't like the Cronkies either. Don't think it's just reserved for Arteta. I love Arsenal. I don't love the people running the club, right? But they've given him money. They've allowed him to spend. He's got all of his new toys, like you say. He's been given time and support and money and a cult and the whole fucking atmosphere and everything. He's been given everything. Like, surely, if you want to stay on as the owners, just taking money out, because no one can tell me the year that they've put the 100 million that they can do every year. They never do that. Surely now, if you want to stay where you are comfortably, the attention would have to shift to them slightly after this season.
Yeah, it would have to. It would have to, because it's just incompetent. It's like the injuries. It's like where's the duty of care? Like, but dismissing cups because we didn't win them. This is the aim. This is what they're paid to do. Is to soften the blow. Because I promise you, if we win trophies, that'll be all that matters. They'll say we never said it's not about trophies. It's always been. I've seen the Swirl say that when he thought we were going to win. Yeah, well, I've always said it's about trophies. And why don't you want him sacked then? How can you not want him sacked if it's all about trophies? Because this guy has gone over 2,000 days without a trophy. 21 competitions in a row, failed. Yet another one at the weekend. You know, everything he needs. A washed City. Rodri's washed. How did Rodri on his own then boss our 3 midfielders?
No,
you know what I mean? If he's washed.
And did did they look stressed? Because they didn't look stressed to me, Shane.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No. 5th and 6th choice centre backs. They look like prime Milan, Maldini.
Yeah,
the boys. You know, it was crazy. Yeah. But look, they'll have to act. If he doesn't win it, they'll have to act. And I don't want to just talk negatively. Oh, if he loses, the people love to clip all that shit up. I want nothing more than to win a league. 22 fucking years without one.
Man,
will I be proud of how we got over the line? Not so much, but I won't give a shit. I think we'll retain it? No, I think next season will be a lot harder. But I'll take it. Just give me the fucking trophy. Half my life. It's my birthday tomorrow. I'll be 45, so quite literally just coming up to half my life, man. Of
Hey, happy birthday to my broski. That's what I'm trying to say, man. Come on, man. Shit, then. But that's what I'm saying. And you know, my dad 3 years ago died 61. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. In 20 years' time, we might not even be it. So you're damn right I want to win, and I want to see it just to see another one. You know, it's so crazy, man. So crazy, man. Can't believe my bro's birthday tomorrow, though. Make sure you're all wishing him happy birthday. Make sure that you turn up nice and early for the full Irish tomorrow. Don't be late or you'll all be in trouble. Big up to Tone, Hendo, Tappy, Lynch. I just want to see if there's anything else worth going over. I mean, we are going to be struggling a little bit for content, but the international breaks here. Me and Shane are going to be doing lethal watch-alongs. So it won't be, not as much Arsenal content, but football content, other stuff to try and take our mind off of things, and hopefully the team can do us something anyway by the end of the season. At least pick up that league, man. Please, on earth. I was saying, Shane, law of averages. What's happened to the luck? Like Bodo Glimt, has it just ran out now? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm fucking it ain't. Unknown says even if he wins, he has to go. The players need a new voice. Arteta won't ever win a Prem again. Making Arsenal win another Prem. He's never won one. Do you know what I mean? But I understand what you're trying to say.
Oh, he means he'll never win it again if he wins it this year.
Right. Okay. Fair play. Yeah. Big up Shane on the old save there. Achievement: Emirates Cup, Singapore Cup on Arteta's resume. Yeah. Friendly games, Tone, we know, with the shield and the like. Evening, guys. Big up to Rory, man. Pleasure to have you in here, man. Make sure all of you legends catch us tomorrow, and it's Shane's birthday. I can't believe it's Ireland on the same day. If they don't do it for us, I don't even know what I'm gonna do.
My wife's birthday as well, man.
What? Oh yeah, you told me before the same day. That's amazing. You see, we're gonna be happy tomorrow, man. European players are saying he's a genius. Hopefully, Barca come for him. Listen, let me ask you this, right? Because I'm not even joking. Arteta will keep Tottenham up.
Oh, he would, yeah. Yeah, he would, yeah. Oh no, he definitely would. But that should be his job from now on. That should be his job, is to come in to a club like that, steady the ship, and then after a year and a half, when they're ready to move forward, then he gets booted. That should be his job, like Sean Dyche. That's what he is. He's just Sean Dyche with an accent.
Yeah,
that's what he should be. He should just come in, steady the ship, and then we're ready to start playing nice football now and move forward. Thanks for that. Off you go. We're going to get in an elite manager now who can get over the line. That should be his job. Like Man United, like what Carrick's done. It should be his job. Come in. Though he wouldn't be able to do what Carrick did, especially not that quickly, and have them playing nice football. So maybe not that. Carrick actually looks like he might be a winner. But that should be his job. Come into a team like Tottenham, steady the ship, and then piss off when they're ready to move forward.
Yeah.
And that's what he should have done with us.
That's what he should have done with us. You know, after the third season, I'm like, how is this guy still here? Like, it's madness to me. But yeah, look, Mick, everyone called Ten Hag a bad manager when he was winning. That's what I'm trying to say. We knew he was a bad manager, like in the bigger picture of things, but even he has still dunked on Arteta. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So that's a great point, Mick. Big up Rory, trading for Hansi Flick. I mean, who's even going to be available? A lot of Liverpool fans seem to think that Alonso's going to that. He wouldn't come to us anyway. To be fair, I don't even know if I'd want Alonso. I need someone proper now. I want Ancelotti, to be fair, but you know, Zidane's just taken up the post for France after the World Cup. You know, what do you think will happen?
Trade to Barcelona, man. Yeah. Trade to Barcelona. Flick finish up there. Arteta finish up with us. He goes there. We take Flick. We start playing nice football. They sack him after 3 months and we move on. You know what I mean?
Job is a good one.
Yeah.
Big up to the assemble, man. Afternoon. Big up to Luke Paul. I was thinking of that film Sinister. Yeah, that's Arteta. Think of that guy's the ghost in Sinister. with a Spanish accent. That's literally like what we're looking at. Like, honestly, it's crazy. Kepa, and this is what I'm trying, and this is another thing we say, Kwaja, when we try and point things out about his narcissistic attitude, that's why. It's the FA Cup. He hasn't got us all the way through it, or has he? Has he been playing in the FA Cup? I can't remember.
Yes,
Right.
yeah. He was at fault for the goal against Portsmouth. Remember, he just parried it out to the first few minutes.
Yes.
But it's the first mistake he made was in the final, apparently. He wasn't beaten at his near post twice by Chelsea in the semi-final either.
He was actually acting like a madman in that game, and he was doing mad things in the final, trying to wrestle with Doku and that. I don't know what he was on. Like, oh my God! What do you think then?
We would have lost at Raya, to be fair, because of the mentality and the tactics. But
yeah, we would have. But he wouldn't have made that mistake. However, no, I was the first one to say, even if Raya was in the sticks, we wouldn't have won because the rest of the team weren't doing nothing. Is he going to save a shot and then throw it out to himself and then run down the pitch and score? He can't do everything by himself. This is another mistake by Arteta, Shane, having Kepa in goal for this FA Cup game against Southampton. You called it. I think it's definitely going to be. And this is again just maniacal decisions from this manager. Like, he's playing with our success. I don't think we're going to have a greater window at this moment in time. Like, in the next couple of years, I feel like everyone else is going to kind of either get better or get back to some sort of what they was. And we're just playing haram football. You know what I mean? So I feel like he's playing with everyone's time, with their emotions, with everything, playing him again after that final against Southampton, because I think he'll be in there 100%.
Yeah, no, I do. I do think Kepa will play. If only just for Arteta to double down and show who's boss, they'll play him. You know what I mean? Like that you know what he's like. The press question him on it. Oh, guys. Because apparently he said, if I could go back, I'd pick him again, or something along those lines. You know what I mean? I'm not sure how legitimate that quote is, but you see a lot of this stuff on Instagram, and if you don't double check it, it's just someone making it up, you know. But he did say something along those lines, apparently. And I'm with Vincenzo. Setford's much better keeper than Kepa. Just don't sign him. Just leave Setford as the reserve keeper. I don't understand why we had to. But it was only 5 million. Yeah, but he's on 105 grand a week, which meant that we then had to put Raya's wages up because he was on around the same.
Not just that, but now you've helped Chelsea to move Sancho back to United as well for the 5 million compensation. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. And that's what I was trying to say, because look, and this is what people were saying to me, because, you know, the Walrus was like, oh, when Man City started Trafford, he was going to be their number one. But they're not stupid. Oh shit, Donnarumma's on the market.
They haven't gone 6 years without a trophy either. They can afford to be fucking.
They can afford it. I hated that. The only thing that I've seen, and this is why I've decided to not watch anything, otherwise I'm gonna break shit, is like a 10-second short from Haters TV, and he's like, we've got we've got a great couple of months ahead of us, bro. I wanted to break stuff. He needs to be stopped at this point. Like, now you've got to look at the Kroenke. Is no one here? Like, where's the management? Like, we've got staff members running around the store, spilling all the paint. They're going mad. Where's the manager? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro? I can't. I don't even know where I'm going with this, bro. You know what I'm saying? We've got FA Cup, because even if we get past Southampton, all the teams that are in it, I don't see us getting far in that. Would you then try and play some of the B team, last little thing before we get out of it? Would you try and do some rotation that he's been accused of not doing this season? What would you do? For the
FA Cup, yeah, because the other game's so close to it, and people think they'll act like, oh, well, we've had 2 weeks off, but we haven't, because it's worse coming into this game because the injury, he's pulled some players out, but the players that we probably wouldn't need to play anyway. But the likes of Roy, Saka, Madway, all of these people will play minutes because it's international. Even Dowman will play for the under-18s or the under-21s. You know, everybody will play. Players that aren't even in the team. Norgard will play. You know, he'll play for Denmark. All of these guys that aren't even playing will play. Lewis Skelly's probably called up to the under-21s. I'm not sure. I'll have to check it, but I imagine he is. So even the players that could have come in will also, everybody will play. So they'll even be more tired. Then you add in the travel, all of that stuff. Gabriel having to travel off to Brazil, I'm sure, unless they're playing a friendly in Europe. Again, I'd have to check it out. But so all these players will. Oh no, Gabriel's not going. Sure, he was pulled out. You get my point. Everybody who plays for us will play, and everybody who's normally on the bench will also play. So they'll even be more tired coming into the Southampton game. So we will have to make changes. I wouldn't go wholesale. I'd go close to the team that we pulled up there, if I'm being honest with you. But I'd pull Saliba and Gabriel out. But Southampton are on a mad run, and their manager is a clever manager. and we're
Right.
away from home. I wouldn't be counting my chickens in that game at all beforehand.
At all.
At
Yeah,
all. And with the
yeah,
way we are, you know, this is the way it normally goes. But
yeah.
I'd make a couple of changes, but I wouldn't be going nuts. I wouldn't be going
Right,
nuts.
right. No, because
Sack it
look,
out, the likes of that. Take him out, pull Havertz out,
that's
and the
the way
usual.
to start in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jonathan, he said, "When at Saints, we're at Wembley again." I mean, it is that simple. But the thing is, John, it's like, look what we just dished up on a one-off game. Can Arteta handle a one-off game? Something that, you know, you might have to throw the sink at. Be a little.
I don't count Wembley for a semi anyway. I don't count it.
It's for the semi, exactly that. But again, you know, over the 2 legs, because we're going to see it in the Champions League now. Now, Sporting on paper, we should be in that semi, but it's Arsenal, so you know that's not guaranteed either. But I appreciate your comment, Jonathan, and let me just big up to Fitz Joseph as well, man. Thank you ever so much for supporting the channel. Big up to Fitz, man, legend. Not over Sunday, and I'm fuming. Yeah, that is absolutely disgusting, Fitz. I can't believe he's bloody. I can't. This guy, honestly, he winds me up so much. If I see him. Keown, Parler, I can't watch. I cannot watch. Like,
it's disgusting.
You know, absolutely disgusting, man. But listen, the time's flown as usual. Another great show, man. Another one down. My bro's birthday tomorrow, and Ireland. It better go off. You know, I swear to
come
God.
on, man.
It better, man.
That's all I want for my birthday is Ireland to win.
Oh, please, but I got to find my top, man. But of course, obviously, birthday lethal reaction. Catch us here tomorrow on Shane's channel for that. But we are going to probably have the birthday FIB, right?
The what?
Birthday FIB, man. The full Irish breakfast. Come on.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Of course. Always the full Irish. I don't miss that for anything, man. I don't miss that for anything. I love the full Irish. I love having a laugh with the chat and talking some proper football as well. But yeah, I'll be back for the full Irish and then lethal watch along, obviously, with my partner in crime views. And yeah, I might look at doing an off topic on Friday. I've missed it. I might throw that in there, but I'll let you know. But I am on with Rashid in an hour and 10 minutes on his channel for Uncomfortable Conversations. Make sure you're there for that. Yes, man. Make sure. And of course, we're back at midday as usual. Still haven't even worked out what we're going to do. You know, obviously Ireland's playing, so we are going to be back for that, as Shane just said. And yeah, man, other than that, I think there's a couple of pre-records on the channel. Go and check that out. Make sure that you are subscribing to Shane, though. Name is pinned. Name's in the title. Name's in the description. Don't be pagans, everyone. But yeah, man, been really enjoyable. I'm trying to see who's live. I don't know if... Let me just quickly see if there's anyone we can send you legends on to. I can't find no one. Let me have a look. What's going on? Because BBK, big up BBK, sent people over here, but now there's no one. Big up to Taran, man. Nobody. That's weird.
Yeah, JSY. I think she's a Leeds fan. She's always on. She's literally the only person live at the minute. So, well, that I subscribe to anyway. So go over there, hit her with a clean through raid, Views and Shane raid. And yeah, man, we'll be back tomorrow for the lethal watch along, the full Irish and more. Peace, everyone, man. Big up.